My name is Jeff Grenier with Firelands IT Services. We've been with Arsenal for 7 months. We heard about Arsenal from a peer group I'm in of other MSPs. A lot of them had really good luck with the results that Arsenal was producing for them. Also, my consultant that I use for my business uses them as well and was getting extremely good results. We are very happy with the results that we've received as well. One of the things that attracted us to Arsenal was after meeting Aaron actually in person and then having a couple calls with them and their team. Everybody seemed real personable, besides the fact that we had tons of people telling us about the good results. The staff is extremely personable, and it seems like they have a great environment that the sales guys can absolutely thrive in. What does the partnership look like? Well, it exactly looks like that. It looks like a partnership. They stay in very close communication with us. I know I have contact with our rep on a pretty regular basis. He can reach me very easily. I can reach him very easily. It's through and through a true partnership. Some of the strengths of Arsenal would include that they are very persistent with our calling. They're very thorough with our calling. They do not hesitate to follow up with prospects. Our follow-up process that AJ and I have developed is once he gets the prospect an appointment set or a phone call, I'll let him know how the initial appointment went, or what we call the discovery call on our side, and then either do the meeting with the client. If the client goes cold, we'll kick it back over to him so that way he can continue to follow up with the client after that. So is cold calling dead? If you had asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said yes. After partnering with Arsenal, I do not believe it's dead anymore. We have had better than average results using Arsenal. So our partner and I have a very open line of communication. Even though that he's not sitting right in our office, we use Microsoft Teams. We can communicate very fluidly through it. He can get a hold of me very easy, whether it's just shooting me a message or even shooting me a call. Same, vice versa. I can chat with him or call him if the need arises. When we were trying to pick our rep, we were going through all the available reps that were on the Arsenal website. When we were watching the videos, AJ's video to us stood out, and we said, that's the guy. That's the guy that would fit our team if we were hiring somebody internally. I don't know what Arsenal could do better. We've been extremely happy to this point. I mean, we have absolutely no intentions of ditching Arsenal. So the results that Arsenal's producing for our company are better than any internal person that we've had hired in the past, and better than any other cold calling company that we've ever employed or engaged in the past. I mean, besides blown away that, hey, you're actually producing results, I was excited. I was excited for us. I was excited for AJ. I was excited for Arsenal. Knowing that what we have is a true partnership, it was exciting all the way around to see that Arsenal was producing results for us and that we were actually getting a return on the investment that we were making in Arsenal. Arsenal versus a new hire. Unless we're giving AJ relocation assistance to come work for us, we're probably not going to get rid of Arsenal. Let's see. Well, I mean, yeah, Arsenal over hiring somebody internal, the definite benefit is, at least for our company, is with Arsenal. We don't have to pay somebody to be butt in seat and pay benefits and all the extra stuff. And Arsenal is producing the same, if not more, of results that we would get out of somebody that would be internally on our team without the headache of the overhead. So right now in our pipeline, we have about $15,000 of possible revenue to close in the pipeline. And I would say that's probably being on the generous side. So Arsenal has really helped our pipeline with our leads and our appointment generation. In the first 7 months that we've been with them, they've gotten us 191 leads with 19 appointments, which is more than I've been able to do in 7 months working the same market for 15 years. Yes, Arsenal has helped us achieve our goals. As a growing MSP, the leads that they are bringing in are just the right amount for the size of team and the growth that we're trying to target as a company. So how it was for us when we closed that first deal that Arsenal got us the appointment for, it was a good feeling. It showed that we were getting the results that we desired from Arsenal. It showed that we were on the right path in a good partnership with them. Yes, our Arsenal is absolutely worth the cost that we're paying them. My advice to anyone that is on the fence about it would be go ahead, jump in with both feet and give them a chance. We are getting great results for about the same that we are paying a company that produced nothing. We kind of do whatever they're comfortable with. AJ can set an appointment for me to be in person, or we can do a quick virtual. Most of our ones he's been setting up for like a virtual couple-minute discovery call, and then we see where it goes, see if they're a good fit, and then if they're a good fit, then we go on site and we dig a little bit deeper. Some of ours have been on sites, and we've had really good results with both. So what we've come to expect with Arsenal is anything above and beyond what anybody internally that we hired in the past is doing. We set a goal internally of 500 dials a month, and Arsenal is blowing way past that. We can always count on a good quality call every month with our representative, so that way we can get up to speed on what's going on in our pipeline, what's going on with our appointments, as well as just connecting and saying, hey, here's the direction that we want to move in. So it only took a couple of weeks for us to start seeing results by Arsenal. We went live on June 1st, and they literally had our first appointment set by June 14th. Arsenal has produced way more results than any other calling company that we've used in the past. You guys have produced more results than we expected, even after using other companies that did the same thing. So yeah, we went with revenue share when we came in with Arsenal. We recognized that there was a good entry point there, and it also gave Arsenal and our rep skin in the game when it came to actually producing results and sales for us. Our future with Arsenal, I would say, looks bright. We recognize that we're partnered with a company that's going somewhere, that knows what they're doing, and actually cares about what they're doing and producing results. There's only up from here when you're using Arsenal. We've been happy with the results, and I believe that if you're on the fence about doing it, they can prove to you that they're going to do it right, and they're going to give you the results that you're looking for. Yeah, no, I would absolutely recommend Arsenal to others. I currently recommend Arsenal to others. I wish that I would see more people in the MSP industry using Arsenal because I believe that out there, they're the best in the market for cold calling for MSPs. Arsenal rocks. The team has been very personable. They've been above and beyond our expectations. And Aaron, AJ, Jessica, Tommy, everybody's been great. We love working with them.
I think the partnership is, Jeff had pointed on it earlier, is that it truly is a partnership. So whenever something does come up, he's at the ready. I can reach him at any point, at any time during the day. And, even if it is just saying, hey, Jeff, I got you an appointment, or even following up, he's always there to communicate. And I think that's definitely something that I've tried to be very forthcoming is communication. That's what really makes this whole thing work. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything, we've had chats where it was just we were catching up on previous appointments where we were talking about what's going on with the weekend and things like that. And I think having that kind of relationship is important in this kind of partnership because it really makes it work. I feel comfortable about approaching Jeff with about anything, in regards to work. And I think it goes a long way when you're able to establish that kind of relationship, and it really drives it home and makes this whole process work.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. I know I can reach out to AJ and say, hey, I got somebody I want you to start calling on. Just had a discussion with somebody. Just drove past a place. Check this company out and kind of give him the reins and see what he can find out about it and begin calling on it.
Yeah, and I think that having that rapport, that communication, it works, and it makes it work really well. And there's some instances with other clients and things like that the communication isn't as good, and I think Jeff makes this whole process very easy to work with. So I do like the process that we have, because what I will do is obviously make the calls on Jeff's behalf. We'll set up the appointments, and Jeff will go on those appointments, and we communicate literally right after the appointment ends. I will send him a message. He'll shoot me a message that, hey, that went well or that didn't go well. And we kind of figure out the best approach right after that appointment. And I think that works really well, because if Jeff had built a very good rapport with the suspected client, he's going to want to be more hands-on. If there's ever an instance where they do go cold, he'll kick it back out to me. So I do like the process that we have, because we're very communicative on the best approach, because it is it is up in the air sometimes, and I do think that having that approach really works out well for us, because we can bounce it off of each other on hey, this is the best step, and I think it's worked out pretty well for us so far.
Yeah, I agree. We've communicated right after calls. I've even sent you messages on Teams from, hey, I'm just leaving this place. I'm sitting in the parking lot telling them, hey, it went great. Yeah. Or, hey, it didn't go so hot. And, right away. Like the follow-up we had the other week, you say, hey, did you reach out to him? And, yeah, I reached out to him, and I left him a message. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't sure, like, hey, how do we want to approach this next thing? What's your thoughts? Since he didn't reply to me, I didn't want to keep calling him. So, you gave me your input back, and, that's what we followed. Yeah. So we've created a true partnership out of it. Meet you guys, actually see, AJ, meet you guys, because I believe that Arsenal's part of our sales team. You guys aren't just somebody that we're hiring as a vendor to do something for us, but you're actually part of our team. You're trying to help us grow. You're on the same mission with us.
I do think that I had mentioned Jeff has made this whole process of working with Firelands IT very easy. Even with just the communication, the way his approach of reaching out to me about certain things, he's made it very easy to do my job. And that's not always the case, and that's definitely something that I appreciate, because especially throughout the month, this job it's not an easy one, but Jeff makes that process easy. I think over the last couple of months, the latter part of this year, since we've been working together, I understand things that he likes in terms of what he's looking for, and it makes the whole process easier. When you know what your clients like, what they're looking for exactly, and I do think that we've created a pretty good rapport over the last 6-7 months of doing this, and it's yielded some pretty good results. And I will say I do appreciate when he gets excited about me setting appointments, and it gives me that enthusiasm. It's contagious. So when I see he gets excited, it gets me excited about wanting to continue the success that we've had. Yeah. So the first appointment, I remember it. It was the first couple of weeks of calling for you guys there, and I was excited. It was a smaller company that we had gotten in touch with, but I was really excited about it because during the onboarding, getting to meet you, having to chat about what you were looking for, it really just hit home that the process works. And being able to give you that first call and say, hey, Jeff, we got one. It felt great because, just putting in all the effort, all the research, and making these calls, and then finally getting results and like I mentioned, Jeff was very excited about that one, and I think that's part of the reason why I've enjoyed the process is because when you see those results, your client gets excited about it. You can get excited about wanting to sustain that. So similar, to that first appointment, that was the next milestone. Is that once you get that first appointment out of the way, you start rolling and getting more appointments. The next step is to get that first closed deal. And I do think that I was pretty excited about we followed up on that appointment, and when Jeff got out that proposal, I was excited because we're getting out a proposal. And then when he finally called up and said, hey, it's going to go through, it just reiterated that once again the process works. And for him to be excited about closing that first deal, I was excited because having that skin in the game, having that opportunity to help Jeff grow and continue his grow his business I was excited. It felt good. Yeah, I don't mind the revenue share because it comes down to I want to continue to sustain that success. And one of the things that I'm very thankful that is whenever Jeff does go out on meetings and it turns out pretty well, he does get out proposals, and he does get out even if it's a preliminary one, at least he's leaving them with something that's those conversations are meaningful. So yeah, the revenue share definitely works for me because it gives me that a little bit extra incentive, because when Jeff's making money, I'm making money, and I can deal with that.
Well, I think it gives you a drive because the bigger the fish, the bigger the payout for both of us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think for me, I'm really excited that Jeff came out here. It really was, a confidence and morale boost for me because he had enough faith in me to choose me way back when as his rep, and so many months later for him to say, yeah, I'm comfortable in coming out here and speaking on your behalf and saying you guys are doing a good job. And I think that's a big part of it, and that's part of the why I enjoy working with you every day, because you've made this whole process for me pretty easy. And just coming out here, it just reaffirms that you're comfortable enough with us to give us a thumbs up, and that means a lot. It really does.
Yeah, absolutely. I have full faith in AJ. I have full faith in Arsenal, and I don't regret our decision in choosing AJ or choosing Arsenal.